What if I told you that the real secret to skyrocketing your productivity isn't your planner or your side hustle or even your morning routine? Those are all important things, but what if I told you the actual secret is your brain? Welcome to the Success Blueprint podcast, where we dive deep into the world of entrepreneurship and success. Join us in uncovering the stories behind the triumphs, challenges, and invaluable lessons learned by today's most inspiring entrepreneurs. From real estate moguls to tech innovators, we explore the secrets to their success and share actionable insights to help you on your own journey. If you're looking to unlock your full potential and achieve your dreams, you're in the right place. Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and empowered to take your own entrepreneurial endeavors to the next level. Hi, I'm Colleen, licensed master practitioner in neurolinguistic programming, registered hypnotist, as well as licensed trainer. And I work with entrepreneurs, executives, and business owners just like yourself to help them unlock their peak productivity. And that's why today we're going to be diving into a conversation that most entrepreneurs avoid but absolutely need to hear. Because here's the truth. You can't outwork a deregulated nervous system. You can't scale a business when you are mentally burnt out, sleep deprived, and running on cortisol. And if you are constantly running from one fire to the next, you probably know exactly what I mean. So much so that I am breaking from the normal videos that we do and diving into this head on. Because a recent Harvard Business Review study showed that 96% of business leaders feel burnout affects their productivity. And yet, many still ignore the root cause. Heck, we even glorify stress and we romanticize burnout. A lot of us believe that success must feel heavy. But what if the opposite was true? And that's why today we're going to flip the script on productivity, and you're going to learn how mental resilience, emotional well-being, and brain-based wellness habits are the real success weapon of entrepreneurs and high performers. I'm going to break down the neuroscience-backed tools like sleep optimization, exercise for focus and mood, mindfulness for meditation and leaders, cognitive restructuring for stress management, and more. This isn't just theory, these are actual real-life strategies used by peak performers, top entrepreneurs, and my very own client. Now, before we go further, I want you to ask yourself, are you waking up already tired? Are you finding it harder to focus and to delegate or make decisions? Are you still waiting for someday to prioritize your own well-being? If yes, this video is for you. So let's unlock your next level together. Now that we've identified the problem, let's talk about how we're going to fix it. Let me walk you through 5 powerful science-backed wellness habits that peak productivity and performers use that are going to absolutely change the way that you show up in your business and your life. We're starting with sleep optimization, the power of rest. You see, sleep isn't a luxury. It is literally your brain's power source. Research from the National Institute of Health shows that sleep deprivation impairs attention spans, emotional regulation, and decision-making. And this is all critical in high-stress environments as an entrepreneur. So much so that lack of sleep also spikes cortisol, which increases your risk of burnout. And that's why so many individuals in the entrepreneurial landscape are burnt out. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to start with a sleep wind-down ritual. 1 hour before bed, you're going to try to turn off your screens. Try to do dim lights and use perhaps just tabletop lights and whatnot lamps. And you're going to journal. You're going to use the 4-7-8 breathing technique to also calm your nervous system, help you get into a more comfortable and relaxed state. I also want you to track your sleep with some app, whichever one you find to be most suitable for you. Oftentimes when I'm preparing to go to bed, I will literally go on Google and I will search what the best time for me to wake up is based on sleep cycles. I encourage you to do the same because these small shifts alone can actually triple your cognitive performance, which is pretty incredible. Also, you're going to start doing things like exercise and physical activity because these boost brain function. Movement is literally medicine, and it enhances mood, mental clarity, and creativity, all things that are very important when you are an entrepreneur. See, studies show that only 20 minutes alone of types of activity actually increase your hippocampus, which is a part of your brain that's responsible for memory and learning. And this is massive for entrepreneurs who need to stay sharp. So try things like doing a HIIT workout or a simple walk after meals to stimulate blood flow. I'm going to give you an extra little tip. You're going to stack your habits because if you're anything like me, you don't necessarily have a ton of additional time. I like to work out, but sometimes it's hard to fit in on a daily schedule. So by stacking habits, what I will do is I will either walk on my walking treadmill, or I've jerry-rigged a little contraption to put my computer on my Peloton, and I will lightly bike as I am doing something like listening to a business podcast, reading an article that I need to read, something that doesn't require a massive amount of exerted attention, however I'm able to take in information. Another thing that you should try doing is using the Pomodoro movement reset. Now what this is where you set a timer depending on what your time availability is. I always suggest about 20 minutes because it sets with the length of our attention span. You set that for 20 minutes, and then after that, a 5-minute break where you can walk or stretch. This is how you actually enhance your performance under pressure, is by getting that movement in. Next up is nutrition. Fuel for your brain. You wouldn't fuel a Ferrari with cheap gas. That would be absurd. Just like that, your brain deserves premium. Poor nutrition actually creates brain fog, fatigue, and mood swings. And balanced anti-inflammatory meals keep you energized, focused, and creative. I'm not saying you have to go strict on a diet, but what I am suggesting is that you start eating colorful foods, leafy greens, things that are going to fuel you with lean protein and healthy fats. You're going to also want to avoid sugar before meals and important tasks or meeting because that gets your system hyped up. You want to use the Eat the Rainbow technique for brain boosting phytonutrients. This is literally how you're going to maintain sustained overall well-being in your workplace because it's going to fuel you the way that you need to be fueled. Have you ever heard the term hangry? You don't want to go there. Next up is mindfulness and stress management. This is where you are optimizing your mental clarity. You see, mindfulness isn't just trendy, it's actually tactile. See, practices like mindful meditation for leaders activates your prefrontal cortex where decisions are made, and it deactivates the amygdala where fear and stress live, like we discussed before. This is why you see so many high-power executives, entrepreneurs, CEOs, entertainers do meditation because it truly is beneficial. So I want you to think about starting your day off with 10 minutes of box breathing and guided meditation. It doesn't have to be long. You can also use NLP anchoring to condition calm responses to stressful triggers when you have been working on doing your meditation. I'd like you to also consider trying grounding techniques like mindful walking or body scans. This is where you can scan your body and find areas of tension and breathe into it to try to relax. These are mindfulness techniques that help reduce and relieve stress and helps build resilience. Next, and it's a funny one to be mentioning when you are a mind performance coach, but hydration. Hydration actually enhances cognitive function. You see, even 1% dehydration can impair your cognitive function, and that will actually slow you down, which is wild to me, but I do actually experience it myself. So you're going to start off your day with 500 milliliters of water before your coffee. Add a pinch of sea salt or electrolyte tabs so that you actually have something that's going to refill your body and keep you replenished. And then you can drink your coffee. You see, you can also use things like a hydration trigger habit where you drink a glass of water every time you switch tasks. But regardless, what you want to do is you want to remember that 75% of your brain is water. You need to fuel it. Now, if you have a tool that you like to use when it comes to that, it's great to utilize it. Some people have apps, some people have water bottles that show them how much to drink. Whatever you have, just do it and make it work, because it is something that's going to really help benefit you. So now that you have these little tools here, I want to show you how it actually looks in a real life scenario. So let's talk about Desiree. See, Desiree was somebody who was a marketing executive. She turned into a business owner. And when she came to me as the business owner, she was completely exhausted, wired but tired, and really unable to focus. And her biggest struggle was decision fatigue and emotional burnout, which meant that her business was suffering for it. It was growing, but she was shrinking. So here's what we did. We created a personalized sleep optimization protocol, a 15-minute morning movement ritual, and 5 minutes of meditation practice for a high-stress situation. That was it. Not a whole lot involved, but she committed to doing it every single day. And because she did, after about 30 days or so, her sleep quality was improved, her mood was stabilized, and most importantly, she stopped snapping at her team and her family and started leading with more clarity. And that's when she started to see things actually improve with her business. It was something that she prided herself on because she really liked to pride herself on the grind. But when she started to realize how it wasn't working for her and that her stress levels were through the roof, it was time to make those changes. So this is where things like cognitive restructuring for stress management, mindful eating for hydration protocols, and NLP, mental-based conditioning and affirmations for resilience, can also help you. Lisa has shifted from not doing all that much each day and being stressed out to being able to take everything on head first and do it with confidence. And that's something that you can also do today. So let's recap. Your brain is your business's greatest asset, and your wellness habits are the foundation of your productivity, your leadership, and your legacy. So to thrive in high-stress environments, you need to have quality sleep, not quality street the candy, daily movement, brain-boosting nutrition, stress-reducing mindfulness practices, proper hydration, and most of all, time to recenter and focus. This is how you're going to build resilience, and this is how you are going to train for peak performance under pressure. And guess what? You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Try one tip from today. Reflect on where your mental conditioning needs to be strengthened. Ask yourself, what if this was 1 year from now and I was operating at my highest level yet? If this resonates with you, like this video, tell the algorithm that we're doing something important here, comment below and tell me which strategy you're going to try this week. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because the next video is a guided hypnosis session to help you rewire your brain for resilience. So make sure that you're subscribed. And if you'd like, visit my website for more resources and personalized coaching and downloads. This is just the beginning, because you're not just here to survive, you're here to lead. So let's train your brain, fill your body, and build your business the right way. I'll see you in the next video.